right, well, we just got done beating up our trucks in the cinders. Believe it or not, this place, it's a little rougher than it looks, and it's a lot looser than it looks. It's super soft. Hopefully you've seen the cinders edit by now and checked it out. The Bronco had a rough go at it, but we're checking out Cody's truck now. Mr. Batten.
What up?
What's happening, my man? Thanks for doing this. This is gonna be the first of many rig rundowns. There's a lot of cool trucks in Arizona that we wanna show you guys, and Cody's got one of the coolest ones. So we're starting with this baby. What is it? What year is this thing?
This is a 1990 Ford Ranger. Single cab long bed, which is kind of rare nowadays. You don't see many long beds. And yeah, it's just got too much money thrown at it, too much time thrown at it, and now it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool, and everybody loves this thing, especially this weekend. Everybody's been asking about it, who built it, where it came from. So who built this thing?
So I bought this truck from Garrett Finnemore. He's out of Lake Elsinore, California, and he bought this truck bone stock, and it was his, as far as I know, it was his first vehicle in high school. Bone stock, and then he threw beams on it, caged it, did a bed cage and some Devers and Kings, and then that's when I bought it from him. I bought this truck probably 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. I dailied it in high school my senior year, and probably the year after that too, just dailied it, no AC. Just let it run.
No AC in Tucson. That's rough, man.
Brutal.
I did the same thing. I had an 85 Bronco, no AC, and hey man, that's how you grow up. That's how you become tough.
Yeah.
Blue collar dudes. Plumber and a fabricator right here. So, well, right on. Let's dig into this thing. What's going on up front with the beams? What's it cycling?
Right. So the beams were built by Garrett Finnemore, like, I don't know, probably 20 or so years ago.
20 years ago.
They're old 7/8 kingpin beams, equal length, and just similar to like SI style. Just old school, simple, small.
I think the old like F250s and F100s ran those too.
Yeah, that's what they're originally from, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's it. It's an old front end, but it works. It's got 3.0 MBR, the new ADS MBRs up front, internal bypass coilovers.
How are those things? I've never ran those.
They're sweet. They're super cool.
Have you got them tuned yet?
Nope, they're straight out of the box.
Okay.
According to Tyler, this might not be true anymore, but according to Tyler, this is the first Ranger with them.
Huh.
So.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're super cool, but I've already got coilovers, and I just can't fathom paying more for those things right now, but maybe down the road.
Yep.
More money. Gotta make more money. Well, right on. What's up with the tires and wheels on this thing? I see you got the old school walkers. You love those things.
She's got walkers on them. Everything I own has walkers on it. Or I try to only do walkers. They're just cool. They're old school. They look good.
And why the Falcons? You don't see those on these trucks that often.
I wish I could tell you, but I can't. I don't know. My tire guy talked me into them. So.
I know they're reasonably priced.
Yeah, they're affordable. They've been great. I've had no complaints with them. I don't have a ton of miles on them, but they've been good.
Right on. Well, what's going on the backside?
So backside, it's probably about 5 years or so ago, I took it back up to Garrett, and he chopped it right behind the cab. Full back half, kicked the frame rails up super high. 3.0 ADS bypasses, 2.5 coilover.
And your cage is on the outside. Why'd you do that?
So yeah, it is on the outside, which typically you do in like a single cab application to get room from inside the cab. But this truck actually already had a cab cage.
So you're doubled up?
I'm doubled up.
Nice.
I'm safe.
The wife's cool with it.
So yeah, we never, I was gonna redo the cap cage, but it works. It's staying in there.
It looks cool like that though too.
So yeah.
I'm sure it beefs it up for these shock towers and stuff. These things look sweet. Everybody's just been complimenting all this work this weekend.
Fancy TIGs by Garrett.
Hell yeah. Cool.
So,
And then the trailing arms.
trailing arms, the whole 4-link setup is a direct kit, uppers and lowers.
Oh, so like the pockets too?
Yeah, yep.
Cool. Yeah, that stuff looks good.
And then rear end, it's got a full floater 9-inch Shriner housing. It has a Curry third member. I think I want to say 543s in it. It's got a really tall gear.
It all fits, like the rear end kind of fits the size of the truck too.
Yeah.
It's not huge.
Yeah,
it's not like a big tank.
Yeah. So.
Willwood brakes.
Yep, Willwood's in the back.
4-piston.
Yep.
Sweet, looking good. And then what are the hubs?
The hubs are, so they're Shriner Enterprises too.
Oh, okay. That's what the SPE is.
Yep, Shriner Performance Engineering. I
Nice.
think. So,
Cool.
yeah, he's actually out of Tucson.
Oh, I've heard of that before,
Yep.
actually. People
Yeah,
have
so
asked
that
me
guy-
about that.
That guy is out of Tucson.
Highly recommend so far?
I had to have some welds redone just because they weren't pretty enough, in my opinion. They
Oh,
probably would have worked, but on the housing itself, it was there were a couple of rough ones.
well, I was thinking about the hubs.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely no issues with the hubs.
Timken stuff.
Yep, that's all working good.
Cool.
The brakes are good too. The front's just not working.
What's with the license plate?
Jeezums. Jeezums. I don't know. That's what, when I see something cool, I go Jeezums.
It's fun, man.
So,
It fits you.
that's what we got.
Nice, my man. Well, let's check out the interior. What's going on in there? Yeah, and it is dusty. This thing's dirty. I convinced Cody to do this right now because we're here. Cody lives on the other side of town, and I was just like, dude, we're here. Let's do this right now. And it's not as clean as Cody would love to have
No,
it,
she's
but
filthy.
it's dirty. We just got done beating everything up, so be gentle on Cody. He's a clean guy. This is a clean ass truck. If you've seen pictures of it and stuff.
I keep it as clean as I can. It's a desert truck, and it gets driven hard, but I try to keep it nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got PRP seats, steering wheel obviously, just running 4 gauges, just super basic, super simple. In the factory dash, I have a console that was built by Garrett too, a shifter obviously, and then a camber handbrake right there.
You ever hit that baby?
Yeah, sometimes.
Right on. Does it help?
It does, but most of the time I don't need it. It'll, if I crank the wheel, it'll break the back loose. So I don't need it most of the time. But got an intercom, listen to music. Jam out to,
Oh, I love these things. The Cyclones.
yeah, shout out to what is it, Marcy Tech with the mount.
Oh, the mount. Yeah, the mount's cool too.
Yeah, super cool.
I love these lights. I got the red one too. It's like super easy on your eyes at night, like the red glow. So when you're out in the middle, pitch black in the desert, and you shut everything down, your eyes aren't like overexposed and
Yep.
you can't see. So the red light's super cool. So what's this? What's this baby? This almost looks like
That's
a freedom
actually,
switch.
That's the dome light switch.
Oh, okay,
That's
cool.
exactly what. See here. So I did this. I actually did this toggle switch in high school.
It looks like a Checker Auto part.
So the flag is just a sticker, but the thing that the sticker is stuck to is a license plate.
Huh.
I had an old license plate, so I cut it this size, put some self tappers in there, and put the toggle switch on there, and
Nice.
it's been there since.
Looks good. And then you got like a Dynamat. I don't know what that is on the floor.
Yeah, it's fat mat.
Keeps it tight.
Fat mat. Try
Keeps
to.
the rattle down.
Mm,
Small in there, man.
it is pretty small.
I'm a small guy. I think there's enough room for me in there. That's about it. You take me for a ride. Nice, man. Well, let's check out what's in the power department.
Do it.
You got a little 4-cylinder in this thing still?
Yeah, it's got a 2.3.
All right, here it is. What is it? It's
So-
not a 4.0.
It's not a 4.0, it's not a 2.3. It's a 5.7, a true LS1 out of a Corvette, aluminum block. I put it in this truck straight out of the junkyard and went straight to the dunes with it and spun a couple bearings first trip out. So had to be rebuilt. I took it up to Robert Maruzzi and he did the Maruzzi special on it. So 500 crank is what it's supposed to make. and it's, I don't know what it truly makes, but it's enough to push this truck around.
Definitely.
Plenty fast.
It sounds good too. This is a better look at these MBRs too.
Oh yeah.
This is the way to look at it.
Clickers on there too, the little dials.
These things are sweet. Got all that cinder dust on it, but dang, these things are beefy. Just look at big dogs.
Got a big Ron Davis radiator. Help keep it cool.
All aluminum. Sweet.
All the core support and engine cage was
This is nice.
Garrett Fenimore too. Yeah, actually had all this powdered. That's the fanciest part of the truck. Got some stuff powder coated.
Yeah, man. And then what's the trans that you're running? Are you turbo 400 or?
No, it actually has a 4L60 in it, and it's what I could afford at the time. I put it in it, took it to the dunes, blew that up. Pretty much first ride out, I think, one year. And I told myself I'd rebuild it once, and once it blows, I'm gonna go turbo 400. And it's been in here for probably 3 years now, with a lot of hard driving and lots of dune trips, and it's hanging tough, knock on wood. But
yeah, I've heard horror I've heard horror stories about the 4L60, so I threw an 80 in mine. But I guess sometimes they just hang on. Why?
It's supposedly built. I bought it off of Craigslist, so I truly don't know how
built
nice
it really is.
Yeah, but it's been working. It's been handling the power. I mean, the truck's light. It's got small tires on it. It's got 35s on it, so it's not anything crazy, but it's working. Once it goes, I'm gonna do turbo 400.
Right on.
All good.
Cool, my man. Well, last thing, the paint job, the thing that makes this thing look clean. Tell us about this thing. Close this door and tell us what's up.
I don't know, I'm just that sucker for 90s Fords, and I grew up with, my dad always had a two-tone Ford, an old Ford truck that was two-tone, and I always wanted to do this to this thing. It used to be all gray. I had a buddy of mine that painted all white, and then I got the gray parts are wrapped, so I got that done. And it's just cool. It looks good. It's period correct.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I like that too. Some of that stuff is cool, like the Raptor conversions and stuff like that, and it can look clean when you do it right, but I'm a sucker for period correct stuff too, man. And this thing,
the 90s were just cooler.
I know, man. My dad, my uncle, same thing as you. You looked up to that shit when you were younger, and you're just like, that's cool, I want that someday. So it's like, hey man, you got a little dough now. It's like, I want that Ranger, man, that rain gutter Ranger. So, well, sweet, my man. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Thanks for showing us the rig.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. We'll catch you guys on the next rig rundown. We'll try to find some more Arizona rigs to show you guys. See you next time. Stay true, stay free.